Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Crust New Horizon beta patch. Hopefully you are doing well. I hope you are enjoying the stream. Don't forget to smash the like, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to, you can always join as a member to get the latest and greatest videos. Alright, that's all the plugging I'm doing. Alright, so today what we want to do, something tells me we already know exactly who is behind this. Don't jump to conclusion, leisure, until we have proof it is best to hold off our conclusions. Okay. Don't know. Right, what are we doing? We have... Looks like the rover is over there. And I can pick that up. Okay. But I have sent my cargo vessel. Looks like it's coming back to the base. Is it? Guess so. Send a research expedition to investigate the cause of the explosion. Complete the wind, examine the signals, send a rover to the last known of the Okay, that's over here, isn't it? I think. Do not know. Real site, okay. Because if that's coming home, which I don't understand why it's coming home. Yeah, anyway, Director, I heard that you sent an expedition to study the record of the Hope. I know he didn't stand a chance, but Commander Moore saved us at the cost of his own life. We can't just leave him there. Find his body and send him home. His family deserves to know what happened and say goodbye. Okay. Does that mean that I now have a marker? The station's wreckage is scattered over several kilometers, but with the rover we can handle it quickly. Yeah, that's going to be there, isn't it? Okay. Alright. I'll let that one complete that and then I'll send him back. Again, I bet you are going to need to have the rover over here again. Ugh. Never mind. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so we've done this, which was to allow bricks to actually come up here, but what will happen is it's going to get to the point where the line is going to get full, so it's not going to be able to return. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a path. If I can. I don't know if I can, tell you the truth. Because I might be landlocked, because you can see the redness. So this line here, where I'm at, yeah. So what I might think to do then is change this, because I definitely can't get one going down there, can I? A return path? No, see, because it just goes there. I could do it here, but not here. Unless I... But they can move it afterwards. I don't even know if this will work as a going down or if it's gonna mess up, do you, Chief? I can't remember if this works as... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, or if I... Oh, I don't even know what that said. So that's coming down. And so does that go allow me to go out? Yeah, see, that's the only problem. It's sort of like you can send it up, but you can't. It just doesn't. I don't remember how I did this before. Because it's like you want everything to come up, but oh wait, but then I need another one to go down. So it's one-way street. Okay, now that means then I don't possibly need... this one here is brick in it. Yes, it is. Okay, so then... Again, I don't want it backing up too much. Okay. Because that's a up route. Annoying it that the heels are there. Because if I could get... We can get over here. Wait, I'm gonna need a downward path here eventually, aren't I? I am, but that's not really, I think, ideal for what I want. But then the cargo... vessel will need to go there anyway to allow me to drop down. So that's fine there. Okay, so that's where those are. That's a good spot-ish. Power cables, okay. Doesn't need to be right in line with that, but I could. And I can bring the conveyor belt. Do that for now. I don't know if I want to keep it, and hopefully I haven't messed everything up. I'm gonna save that and just say new save. I'll call it a lift. Right. Continue. So these, because I'm thinking, well, if I can. We need this would go into there. And that right? No, wait, stop, think. I need these items. See, that one is just everything. All of these are one place over. If I had them, so I got a room to go down there. Figure this out because I can easily go. So say if I went there to there, because there's a door there, I'm going to do that. So then you run that going this way. That one's electronics, so is that one. So there's electronics there. That one is that one. So maybe I move that over to here. Redo everything. Yeah, I wish there was a way of actually picking it up and just moving it, but that's just cheating. Okay, so let's get rid of you. That one can. No, that one I want to. No. If I take that away, and then I can put the farms over here, feeding into there. That can stay. So that one's 100% fine. Then, yes, that's fine. Double check to see if we can do it. There you go. So then all that I need is slag being delivered. Slag is over here. Wrong place. Here. But I'm burning through it quite well. And then we got this one over here, which I'm not burning through as much. So again, underneath, and we can try and bring the slag over this way to start using it in the farms. Yeah, that's so all of this goes in the trash. It's the output, just for some things. Yeah. Alright, so then we have conveyor belt going this way and this way. Right. I do not think I can have green. I cannot. Organics, that's what I meant. In those ones, so the only place I can have organics is in here, but I can get a large fridge eventually. So I'm going to put it. Oh yeah, but then these are not going to be extended. Okay, no, that's fine. So in that case, we will do it. We'll start at the back end, but then how? Because can I get it kind of close to the wall? I can get it close to the wall, that's fine. But it's this piece here which is going to be the pain. Bring it in from this direction. Because I'm okay, that is actually an output in there, right there. There's an outline. Da, 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 da. Okay, be the best place to stick. Do it there or do it there? Then if I think about, so if I move it to there, that one to there, that allows me to have more in that sense. So then that can go into there for the time being, but if I needed to, I can always take it down to there and into there. Yeah, it's that type of scenario. I'm not going to grow that yet, don't need those. And then this is going to go directly down this path, up and in for the time being. I wish I could just build the, I don't know if there's a build button just for, no. So I would have to build the whole lot. Right, so we're happy. So that would go this way. And so then I need this path somehow to get over to this path. Easiest route, because I need, no, let's deal with one thing at a time. How far can I go? I don't know. Bit annoying that I had to do that, but there you go. Again, this might all get changed, but right, and then that would go in there. So, the question now is, for all the items that go through here, no, I might not need that. Because if I have the it'll go through there, and then that's the end stop. Then I can go round, and then this is downward pipe. So then the iron, those go over. I mean, I can have another storage section over here, and I can kind of path them round so that they're here. So then they come. No, because that's the downward pipe. So everything, so all these will need to feed into this. They will come down here, but first of all they will come up here. They will fulfill the storage bin. Then I'll get this in my mind in a minute. Sip of coffee, it always helps. Because I need to try and slimline these so that they get over to a main storage, but then that line now is not needed. Because that would go in there. It will try to fill these. Then it hits a dead end from that point onwards. Because if this is full, where can it go? It can't go anywhere, so then it has to go. So I need to prioritize sending things into these. Change that to all resources. How you actually do all resources. Here, selection. There you go, all resources. So it goes that way. So these get filled first of all. If this can't fill, then the electronics or the cubes will literally go through. From that point onwards, it needs a way to get over to the end machine. Of which where it will then be sent upstairs. It will go through another storage location. And then if it's unable to be consumed, it comes back downstairs. It will then go down here and then consumed into any of these if they need it. Carries on down the belts, goes back through the storage, and it keeps on going round in a circle, supplying the machines that is required. That's my ultimate goal, if I can actually get everything to communicate correctly. And then the problem I have is having more. No, that's fine. Let's figure out. I can. So that if that's the. That would be the down pipe. Okay. So then. And this is the up pipe. First up pipe. Where can I do it from? That's the question. So you're happy so far there. There. And how many of these can I get boxes wise? If we did that, and that's perfect. Okay. And then the storage bins wise, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's 10 equipment. And there's lots more room. Lovely. Okay. So the items then, but then what we need is the ability to filter lock an item. Now what I used to do, or was doing, is by doing something like that, giving it a turn in, and then is it that? Something like that. Then you take that out, that goes in that way. Is that how I did it? Yeah, because the item would literally go through that way into the machine. What's it? Oh, wait. Okay, so you got your storage bin, and then you've got your path going through this way. You want to that was it. You do that, then in, then remove that piece. So then you can lock this to actually stop stuff coming out. And then that's just your flow. So this is the outward one. And then the input doesn't really matter. You just literally can run it that way, directly in, of which you prioritize that one to whatever you're putting in here. Yeah. So then everything goes through. This prioritizes to actually fill. So everything goes into here, it stops. And then this outflow goes to your other machines that you want, and then that gets on a return path to your system. But that's why it's sort of like the return path is going to be over there though. So the return path goes over there. Yeah, we'll figure that out in a minute. Yeah. So what am I thinking of? What do I need? Do I need, maybe I don't need this path here. Can I grow it? Well, that ain't gonna work. So I need doing that, then leave a come out, go left, go right, done. That way, that way, that way. When am I gonna get the flight? 0 days because I'm not doing any research. Okay, that's it. Don't want these tips. That's fine. What these? What time be in? Well, just needs to go that way. That's bank 1. I'll just go that way. Going into the machine. Yeah. Prioritize you. So now, alright, so this path here, which needs to get to, which one's the input for this? Is this the input? See, I don't, or is these the inputs? No, they're the outputs. Still don't understand this logic. It's like, why don't you just have one input, have a storage area, and it can hold X amount of items. But for now, what I need to do is figure out the next rank. Do that and see if it will work, because I don't think it will because of that one right there. The lift shaft is going to be in its way. I don't think I'm allowed to build in the green. Ah. I wish there was a overlay to actually say where I can bloody build and where I can't build, so I can kind of figure out what the hell I'm doing. So I could squeeze this in here, unless I move it down to this. Move it down more. Actually, that's all mountain. Right. That bit's not. No, that has to change. Because I need... that has to go over here. I need something over this way, if I can. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be over there. That's where the delivery is going to be. So when I get the mining going, I'm going to need a downward pipe. It's either going to go over this way or it's going to go over this way. So that's going to be fine, which means that this here being better over this way. But then, no, because I've got the 4. Yeah. And I might need a row of batteries. They're built in between there, I'm guessing. It's up in it. So what that is the do I have one space here or not? Yeah, but then I don't. Sorry about this. Planning is a nightmare. It's like, this is a bloody nightmare. But I know what I got a plan in my mind, and I'm trying to think ahead of time as such, because I want, even though the items are. This is the outward pipe, and I can get all the way to here before I need to turn. Okay. Is I want a input from the main storage over to the lift, so I can literally open up the gates of the storage item and send it down the line, and it will go into it, so the vehicles don't need to, or the drones need to move it. Then it will return back out, and then go. It will return home, whichever lift I choose. At the end of it, and so then when I've got the flight control, do exactly the same. So when there's like an order, I can just open up the storage, it will send it, then I can whatever's on the belts will literally be coming up to storage to refill it, and then anything overs will be going downstairs to actually make items. So I'm kind of doing that approach. So there's kind of a what's the sushi belt logic, and then eventually I will get the cargo and the mining going. So in comes regolith, of which then I will send down to be made into ore, which then the two systems will then link together. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. We want one space gap. I think. So again, I do the T, move to tell, lock it, this, come over this way, T, E, I. Which way am I going? This is the output, so then that goes this way. It meets in the middle. I might keep that separate because I've got a line going there, so I might actually have these on a separate line. Do something like that. Change. Something like that, but then I might need to give it a gap. The gap is to allow me to actually do underpath if I need to. But we'll figure that out later. I don't know how many items I need, but I will try to actually get everything up. Because the first thing is going to be silicon. Now, which way am I going to do it? Am I going to do the first? Do it that way, but then brick is going to be on this side, so I'm going to say then iron is going to be on this side. Down this way. No, because then everything would be prioritized on one side, wouldn't it? Yeah. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's 20. Oh god, so I need double back of this? That's only 12. Thirteen, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's your 20. That bumps me out to here. There. Where did it go? Not too bad. It gives me a path through kind of there. I'll have to think about how to actually get all of this over this way. See, now that would be nice to actually be able to highlight all of that as a blueprint and copy it. Right, so then this is obsolete. Am I allowed to break it up? I think I can. Yes, I can. Nice. Let's get rid of you. Right, so that's that. I don't know if I need these, and I don't think I can. No. So let's just dispose of them for the time being. That lift there might be changing as well. Actually, let's do that for the time being. Yeah, let's run it along. There's a lot of building work that needs to be doing. Again, this storage here might be better over here, where I can merge all of these items into. And I also want to. No, because if this section here will be emptying. Oh, actually, it could be here for a long time because there's lots of iron. There's 11,000, 37. Then I've got another 33 there. So I've got a lot of iron needing processing. Oh, I see what I was doing. Okay. Okay, they're all nearly done. Cool. Alright, let's do. I don't know if I should spread them out by one. Wait. Send you down there and into there. Okay, that's fine. And then I've got. Oops. We're doing. But then I've got items which can be consumed. And then that's just to allow things to walk through as such, because I think there's a seat right there, and so they can sort of go underneath. Maybe, I don't know if that kind of works. What happens if I move it back one? Can I put one there instead? Is that just too close to the other one? Does it really matter? Let's have a look. I think these are high, aren't they? Yeah, but then the people can't get through. The drones can get through, but I don't know if the people can get through. Or more than likely the people can, because I'm not exactly making it. Personally, I would prefer it if it was actually. See, there's seats there as well. There's a seat there. Yeah, no. I'll stick with my original solution for the time being. On work, you stupid thing. There you go. Alright. So if this is good lines coming down here, the items that this needs, which is modular frames, so if we go to modular frames, is components and microcircuits. So up here we will only send microcircuits and components up there. It will prioritize to actually fill this up. If it can't fill it up, it will then continue. It will go back down on its return path and go back on the storage line as such, or output line. The same with the item that it's generating will come out, poop out there, and then it will come. And then, so before this machine here, I need to have the electronics. Because, I mean, it might even need to tuck up that way, to tell you the truth. Because that's carbon. Carbon needs to go on the outer rim, I'm guessing. So let's look at the component, this one. So if I was making the component, I will not be able to, or I can squeeze it in there. I would prefer it if it was more up top. Yeah, let's take away this line because it might not be needed. Take away that. You go there, okay. So this is a, yeah, let's see, that can't happen there. This line needs to be possibly used, so it needs to go into the exit line. That's input only from that, so it doesn't really need to be used, I don't think. I don't think organics is going to be used for the market, but it could be. Not see any. For the time being. But then that's easy done there. I can literally. Doesn't matter. Wait, no, because that's a. Wait, no, that's carbon. So carbon will come down this way, go underneath here, and then it comes to this point here. So let's stop it there for the time being. Right, components. Components is door in the way. If I did it that way, then I can have the output coming this way. No, fuck's sake. Because I need the output to go this way onto the main, so on the main return. So then this is iron, and that's the return path, or output path. But then to get the iron and the silicon, which is over here, be on the downward path here. Is that how I'm gonna do it? So the iron and stuff will go upstairs. It will then go to storage first of all with then the remaining goes down to production. But that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. So I need everything to go from here over to here. And then it can fill up the first storage bins, and then it goes straight down into here. And so then why would I need a lift there? Because that's the lift going up. If I have everything here, yeah, but then everything comes down here, and then I can push it over. I can go out that way, can't I? Or that way. Okay, so that would bring which means then I just have to pop it in here to actually send it out that way. But then if I had another storage over here, so then I feed, so everything would then pop out there. It comes up here, goes through this, then returns back over here, which means then I can have those two can go there, going off in that direction, goes into there, but then these two needs to come out here, so then the lift needs to be more over here so that I can do a return path going this way, and then the flight control would be over here, and so then there would be another return path here, which means everything would go down. And return mean, you know, say if they needed 1,000 iron or steel, I open up the 2,000 of this, the belt is full of iron and it's consumes the 1,000, but then there's 1,000 inside, there's iron then blocking the path. So then I close off the storage here, and then open up the return path or exit path, and then it gets emptied, it goes back down the lift, and it will come back up here, and then it can fulfill the go back into storage, or it be on the bus ready to be consumed, something like that. Alright, I'm going to put a cut in here for today, so thank you very much. Bit of a slow one today, but it's a bit of planning. Come back tomorrow and we'll see if we can get this built. Thanks everybody, bye!